Hello there. I don't know if anyone has heard this, Catholics or Protestants from any Protestant scholars or debaters or polemicists concerning the papacy, where you've heard them say, well, there wasn't even a single bishop in the city of Rome until well past the year 150. And I've heard that on a few occasions, and I've not been too quick to jump on that. Because I don't know. I mean, if you can't back that up, why bother saying it? Where are you getting your info? And for that matter, if you're getting it from a Protestant source, that a secondary Protestant source that has, one could say has a bit of a chip on his shoulder to disprove the existence of the papacy, then what use is it? So I was doing some looking around, and I stumbled upon. I read a very intelligent and insightful blog called Beggars All TheologyBlogspot.com. They have a new blogger by the name of John Begay, and the man is a pimp concerning the history of the earliest history of the Church at Rome. Very well read, and he made some interesting points. And I'm now beginning to see just where it is that Protestants get this idea that there was not an early episcopate, an early single bishop in the Church of Rome. Now, here's some bare facts. Letter of First Clement. Now, this is an anonymous letter. It's not actually signed by Clement or anything, where the Church at Rome is speaking to the Church at Corinth over, I believe, the issue of the Church of Corinth not paying people properly. The tone isn't so much commanding as it is an attempt to persuade them to do the right thing. Also, the letter speaks not in the singular I, it speaks in the plural we, indicating that the person writing this was not so much writing on his own behalf, but on behalf of the full College of Presbyters in the city of Rome. Then you have the problem of Ignatius of Antioch. Now, Ignatius, he writes his 6 letters to, he writes, 7 letters, and in just about all of them, he mentions something about the bishop of that church, of the Smyrnans, of, there's a handful of others. He writes to the city of Rome, where he basically tells them, please do not try to stop me from getting martyred. He doesn't even address the bishop of Rome there. He doesn't say anything, and supposedly, this is the successor of Peter. This is this is Christ on earth. This is the vicar of Christ. This is Christ's prime minister. And if the Pope is the bishop of bishops, Ignatius being a bishop himself, this is Ignatius's boss. And I just would find it kind of strange that you're writing a letter to a church where your boss and the vicar of Christ presides, that you would rather impolitely not even greet him. Again, that kind of makes you scratch your head. Was there indeed a single bishop at the Church of Rome at this point? Next up, and this kind of this is the icing on top of the cake for my money. You have the heretic, the arch-heretic, Marcion, roaming around the city of Rome, starting around the year 140, and makes this sizable contribution to the Church of Rome. I think it was 200,000 sesterces. I'm probably mispronouncing it. It's enough to buy a very nice house at the time in the city of Rome. It's about $7,000 American today. Now, this is seen in evidence of this is seen in Tertullian's Prescriptions Against Heresies, chapter 30. This money was, Marcion was tossed out of the Church of Rome, and the money was returned to him, $7,000. It says in the writings of Epiphanius, the church father in the early 300s, in his book Panarium, or Medicine Chest Against Heresies, chapter 42, verse 2, that he was that a synod of presbyters, body of elders, convened to throw Marcion out and return this money. So Now you really have to scratch your head here and kind of put yourself in the position. You're a bishop ruling the church. There's a notorious heretic that has donated a huge sum of money to your church, and your church is throwing him out and telling him to keep his dirty money. Do you attend this synod? Yet there's no mention of a bishop there, only presbyters. So, putting all this together, Clement speaking in the plural, Ignatius not addressing any bishop in the city of Rome, but addresses 6 other cities' bishops, and now we have a heretic being trounced out of the city of Rome and a huge sum of money being returned to him, and it's being done just by a synod of elders. I don't know, you kind of just look at the bare facts, not reading your ecclesiology into the facts, not reading, well, the Catholic Church says there was always a pope and Jesus invested all his power into Peter and it was passed on, etc., etc. Just looking at those facts, you really got to wonder, was there even a single bishop in the city that ruled over the church in Rome, let alone the entire church, until well past the year 144? That was when that synod was held concerning Marcion. Makes you wonder, and now you know where Protestant historians and apologists are getting that information. Hope that was informative. Talk to you.